tall.
What's that?
You look so tall already.
I'm setting the bill. All right,
10 o'clock.
it is.
He has it on there, yeah.
Yes, all right, let's start that.
All right.
We're late.
Call the order, call the order.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Start by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I wasn't sure if she'd had papers printed out or not. No.
All right. So what's the status of the truck now? Yes, this was that discussion here.
She wrote that down, because I kind of lose track.
My understanding is the parts are all in. We just got to put it together now so that we can bring it back and we can put it in the shed till winter.
Who's doing the body work? Doing the truck body?
Did not change yet?
Just out of, I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, I have.
There's no allegiance or anything. What is allegiance? It came on mine. There's no such thing as that.
Kurtz.
It was a
Doesn't
curse.
matter. But anyways, that's the status of the truck.
It should be done by the end of August, is what
That's
she put
right.
in that little note to us. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Did you see it?
I didn't print that off.
No, I didn't.
So this was really helpful, and I wasn't sure how she was going to do it, but this was really helpful.
Okay,
Because without actually having her here, I'm not sure where we are with some of this stuff,
so by the end of August, so next month when we're sitting here, they should be here.
Yes, true.
Okay,
Okay.
and
So
have we, truck sale, okay, next one is
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay,
well, let's talk about this. Here's the issue. It came to light that the liquid fuels funds every year comes in, whatever that number is. 20% is supposed to go to equipment budget, 80% is supposed to be used for roads.
yeah,
That was not presented to me before that way. All I knew was we're allowed to take 20% to pay for the truck, which is what I did. The problem is, digging deeper into it, the bucket over here for equipment is way high, way high.
Hmm.
The part for road maintenance is way low. So essentially that fund's going to, we need to clear out the equipment side of that fund. Pay for $90,000 for the body plow and spreader. That would get that down. We won't have enough money in the account and to pay for the recent road job, which will take out of the general account. But that will clean that account out. And if there's any money left in that account, after we do the road, and there might be, we want to do that salt purchase, we can do that with those funds. Then when that's done, that money that account will be empty.
liquid fuels.
Will be empty.
And that's the intention, right?
Well, that's
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. It hasn't been done that way.
Right.
So that money comes, is supposed to be allocated 80-20. And it was, the 20% was per year, but it's been accumulated. So most of that money.
So they've been carrying this over from year to year.
But it was blended together.
Okay.
So what she's doing is she's setting up accounts, all those escrow accounts. So like the Hamburg self-storage unit, there's 30s, whatever that number is in that in the general bank. The commitment for the fire company's in there for the fire truck. Other escrow money, so she's separating this out loud. And when it gets down to it, there's not a lot, there's a lot of liabilities. The cash is all there, but there's liabilities against those funds.
Yep.
So that needs to get broken out, and she's working on that.
Okay.
Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. It does.
So what I'm getting at here is once this mess is cleaned up, next year, 20% of that money can only be used for equipment, the rest can be used for roads. And it has to be separated going forward. So if it's $40,000 a year for equipment, then if you want to buy a $100,000 truck, you have to wait 3 years to buy that truck.
So when we receive those funds, like how,
I think in March.
is it one month every year?
Yes, and it's after they assess, do their audits for, in this case, 2026, and March 27, they will give the municipalities those funds for the taxes they collect along the road, for fuel.
Right, okay. And then at that point, take 20%. Does it have, well, we have liquid fuels fund, so we have to leave it in there. Remind me, does our Pliget account?
Yes, it's in that account.
It
It's
is,
under
okay.
that, that's under that.
So it can earn interest?
Yes. It's still gonna be in there, but we
Okay.
need to designate 2 sides to it. I'm not saying we need to set up another account, I'm saying
Good.
it has to be 2 sides, and it has to be allocated and reserved for those purposes.
Okay. Yep.
We have a,
And
we have a Pliget Liquid Fuels and we have a Pliget General.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a
M&T.
And then there's a Pliget Park
Right.
too.
Pliget's a park one too.
Yeah.
That's what- Okay.
Yeah.
in M&T, they say general.
M&T is general and M&T is.
Liquid fuels.
True.
Yes.
Okay.
So when she needs money paying out of liquid fuels money, she needs Pliget to M&T General and then writes a check from there. Pliget does not have the ability to make payments. It's a
But-
holding account.
The M&T, we have two cap. Right?
Yeah.
Because it has to be reflected there too, correct?
Yeah.
I'm trying to refresh my memory here.
Yeah.
Pliget has the checking ability. I mean,
Well,
Pliget does not have a checking ability.
Right, but in the M&T
Right.
we have a liquid fuels.
Yes.
Category,
Yes.
but account,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
So when we had gone into this, we were thinking that when we purchased something, we needed to, we were kind of looking at it in the back way, right? We were looking at like 80% of it, 80% of the purchase was supposed to come from general and 20% was supposed to come from liquid fuels. Where in fact, the whole purchase can go in liquid fuels and then the whole purchase can come out of liquid fuels. The 80-20 is actually how it gets invested into.
No. When we get the money, we need to designate 80% here, 20%
Right.
here, and run 2 totals, okay?
Right,
And then we can only buy, we can't buy equipment out of this side.
right,
We can only buy it out of this side.
right. So 20% of the liquid fuels can go to equipment. When we were 20%, right,
Yeah, so what I'm telling you is over the years,
right,
this side has been accumulating.
right,
And when I wrote the check out to
Right.
buy the cab and chassis, I should have took more out of this side.
exactly. You could
But
have
I-
taken it all out of there if
I
we
could
had
have,
it all,
yeah.
which
Well-
we were looking at it, the flip
Right,
side.
right,
Gotcha,
yes. Mhm.
okay. So the 80-20 is not on the purchasing end, it's on the saving end, on how it's allocated into
Well,
the
when we
savings.
get the money, it has to be
Gotcha.
designated, and they're tracking it.
Gotcha, I
Yeah.
get
Are
it.
you guys talking about how to bookkeeping?
Yes,
Yeah.
To show how it's,
yes.
Yeah,
where the funds are coming from,
Right, and where it's.
not just where they came from, but actually which
They
way
have-
we pay it.
Yes,
Okay.
again, when we're, in this case, audited, it does-
gotcha,
we're only allowed to take, on equipment, we're only allowed to take it on this side. But since this side is low and this side is so big, we can take and pay.
These signs you're talking about,
The equipment side.
okay. Within the liquid fuels
Yes,
fund.
yes. So it's
Okay.
like this, George, I
Right.
give you $100, okay? today.
Right, only supplying so much, we make up the balance.
If we choose to, in this case, if we choose to, yes,
Okay.
right. I mean, we can always go take something out of general account and buy something we want, if we were so desire, okay?
Right.
But we can't take liquid fuel money, that's 20% reserved for equipment, and go pay the road. We have to, they're forcing us to buy equipment with 20% of those funds. We can buy it today, or we can wait 10 years and buy it, but it's accumulating.
Is this worth digging, I'm gonna ask a question, is this worth digging into, like, because of the records that have been kept or not kept very well? do we need to show, do we have like a starting point in years past of the money that's accumulated now? Do we have a point where we can say, yeah, that's where things were zeroed out, reconciled? and go
I
forward?
assume that the person in the state that's going, has those numbers, because when, at the end of each year it's reported. So they
There's
have that.
a watchdog on it for
Yes,
us.
yes,
So even if,
Okay.
even if it wasn't
right.
all the way up, all the way clear,
Right,
the
I mean,
watchdog is,
in essence, all the things that we're talking about here right now, so that everything is understandable,
Yeah,
reconciled.
she has a handle on it, yes.
Okay.
She has a handle on this. And she's working with the guy at the state to make sure it's all correct. That's when this was brought to her attention, how much is in that equipment side.
Yep, okay.
So what I'm getting at here is, based on what's there, we can pay for the balance of the body, plow, and spreader out of that.
Good.
And I think that's gonna closely drain that equipment side. And then there won't be enough money to buy salt, pave the road, and the balance of the utilities for the rest of the year. It's gonna get that down almost to zero. So what I'm getting at here is, at the end of this calendar year, that account's gonna be drained.
But that's including purchasing the salt?
I don't know, it's very close.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying to you, very close. If we think we wanna fill that up over there based on what Ben's proposal was, it's gonna clean that out.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling
well,
you.
that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, but I'm saying going forward, we just need to understand,
Yep,
there's two parts to this.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yep. Is that, one more thing, the equipment, on that 20% side, is that that's just purchasing?
Yes, no repairs. That's my understanding.
hmm.
So which gets to the next topic, when that is sold, I don't know where those funds go.
That's the point.
Okay.
So when, are we going on to the next one?
Sure.
So when that bid ends on August 17th, that means that it's no longer listed over there on music. Is that how it works?
I believe so.
And at that point, what do we do with that 10-7 that was bid?
Well, we can either accept it or reject it.
Do we know? We don't know the buyer.
No,
We don't get access.
I don't believe so, no.
Would it be,
But usually on these auctions, people throw in a low ball bid out early on, it just sits there. The real bidding's gonna take place at the end here,
okay, so,
if anybody's interested.
Like on August 15th
Yeah,
or
Right.
16th.
Why don't we make a note here to tell her to, I don't know if she can refresh that or not, you know what I'm saying? Repost it, refresh it.
Yeah,
You know.
online stuff like,
I don't know if you can or not on this. You know what I'm saying? Prompt it to be moved
do you
back.
use market, like, I realize it's not Facebook Marketplace, but is it similar?
I don't
guess.
know. Don't know.
I just started using it.
I know the buyer's premium's huge, almost like to the point of deterring people.
Oh, you mean for this?
Mhm.
Okay. It's 2 or 3%, isn't it? Is it higher
I
than that?
hadn't looked and I don't remember. I know it
Okay.
made a big difference, like in my, like when I was like
The fee,
pretending to browse, like, you know, what I
Okay.
was interested in became less interesting.
Okay.
the fee is a couple percent.
Yeah, but I can't remember what it is. It just seemed
The
to.
buyer's premium. That's what you were saying.
Okay, so we'll just check on that. Now, like, if anybody in the community is interested, we'd encourage them to look at the municipal bid and go in that way.
Mhm.
Because when it comes off municipal bid, if it ever comes off municipal bid permanently, like if we stop listing it, I don't know how long you can just keep listing it, can you put it up for sale just generally through the township?
Oh, why not?
Yeah, this just gives you a.
I mean, that's not the only place we can sell it, right?
I don't know that.
Like, once it's listed on municipal bid, can other offers be made, like, locally, like township residents?
I guess that's good.
I mean, I could see where, I mean, I would think as long as you list it, I think,
Yeah.
who knows?
Oh,
You know, I mean, it's either, it could be listed anywhere, or it could be listed only there, or it could be listed both, you know, or maybe it's a requirement that it's there, and as long as you have it listed there, you can list it other places.
Okay.
That's just,
Yeah, I don't know if it becomes
But we have-
exclusive. Does it become exclusive once municipal gets it? and
I
then-
don't know that.
Okay,
yeah.
we don't know, okay. More?
That's all.
Are you going to ask Jim to
Yeah,
look into that?
I'll email her after we're done with all this. We might have more questions.
So what's Hamburg Commerce Mark on here for?
My question was just, we let it go, there's nothing to do.
That's what we were told, right?
Yeah. Nothing, which is kind of very
What
upsetting.
about the Hamburg? Thomas?
That's the one that I tried to see if we could get any kind of percentage of any of the profits coming off of that warehouse development over there.
Oh, we're-
Yeah, and they pretty much said no because it was set up in, it did include us when they set it up. Even though,
Okay.
It was mismanaged and that was slipping.
and that's sitting right there against
Mhm.
Ideal Storage, and Ideal Storage is like a huge.
Just, it was really just
Mess.
whatever, they couldn't
Yeah.
take time to,
Exactly. Okay.
okay.
I mean, that's a dead issue at this point, right?
I think so.
Okay. So the next one here is, my understanding is Windsor and Greenwich got back together to take care of that one road where they dropped in and Ben just took over plowing it, and was it Bear Road?
It says Greenwich will go back to plowing Bear Road.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, so you have that there, okay.
I'm not sure what's with the West Brunswick. I don't know if he met.
So-
We don't think he met with him yet.
No, I talked to him the other day and he was trying to reach out to me, he's too busy, but the roadmaster is also the supervisor.
Yes, we saw.
Yeah. So,
Wait and see.
wait and see.
And if we don't hear anything by the time, we've already we've already decided we're not covering it until further discussion or decisions made. So that would be on them if no decision's made by November 1st snowfall.
Right.
Okay.
He's very stubborn, so we'll see.
I'm gathering, yes.
Mhm.
Right, the Hinberg Park grant, I didn't, Ben indicated he was pretty busy with shoulder trimming and things, so I don't know if he got a hold of the other gutter people, or if he was able to proceed with our gutter caps or not. I'm not sure what, I really have nothing to add on that. The
Yeah,
only-
nothing's happening, it's gonna be happening there.
No, it's kind of just frustrating, because it
Well,
shouldn't be
Won't
like
be
that.
until next summer then.
Yeah,
Is this, I may turn on this one too, is this county or state,
which,
the park?
the grant,
Yes.
I think state. I forget who it is that's doing that one. I think it's local sheriff account,
Mhm.
so it's the one that we get the money from, like gambling, right?
Yeah, I know, so, yes. So I believe this is state level.
And so now we have until June 30th or 28th to finish it out with that 30,000. So we have some time, but
To be, the work needs to be completed and submitted?
I think it all has to be, yeah, I think the submission, probably the coverage would end prior to that. So if we get it in behind that, then we probably, after that, we won't get paid for it. But we did go ahead with the painting and the pressure washing, so I think,
Mhm.
I mean, and like you said, that has to be done first anyway, so
Let's see, June 30th.
June 30th, 28th, and it's $30,000. Yeah.
Ultimately, we need to do something else for the overall appearance of that place, but, you know.
No, I know, we're collecting money for rentals, and it just kind of hangs out there.
I think we need to see, you know, if he's gonna put soil out there this fall, fill in all the spots, oversee the whole thing, fertilize it, get the place dressed up. I think we need to do that. We just needed that on that list of things to
I would like to see if we can add a key or get that lock open on the, would have been like the softball concession stand.
Oh, was it locked up?
Yeah, nobody knows where the keys is. And last I had reached out to Craig, he said, told me good luck. So I don't know who has the keys. Do you know what I mean, that little?
Is it a doorknob or is it a padlock?
I don't remember.
I haven't been over there for stuff.
No, it was always open when I was there, because I was there
Okay.
for events or whatever, and then I never really looked after.
So, once you get in there, what do you want to get in and do?
Just curious what the
Okay.
potential might be, right? And
Mhm.
if it exists, and we're somehow, covered it with insurance, if it exists, we should be able to do some kind of expansion on the whole,
All right.
you know what I mean?
We just meant to break the lock or cut the lock, get in
Oh, I'm good at
Fix it.
that.
You're good at that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just learned how to use a bolt cutter.
Which one is it?
That little, I think it's cinder block on the complete opposite corner of the.
Behind the ball stop.
Yeah, behind the home plate, behind the home plate.
Okay.
fence.
I'll have to drop by
There's a little
Get a
shed.
visual.
There's a little shed
Yeah, where
there.
they had concessions out and used that ball games there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
have no
locked up,
idea.
nobody knows, is that it?
The softball association, I think it was the Girls Softball Association Hamburg, whichever, they had been running it. And then that got moved over to, they're using Charlottesville now. And when I asked Craig about accessing it, the key or such, and he said, good luck with that. So I don't know.
Well, the bottom line is we need at some point to have a discussion on what we're going to do to improve the overall.
Yeah, which is kind of where
Yes.
that fit in my mind, if it's
been
there.
neglected, the whole place has been neglected for so many years, it looks rough.
Which is probably why the softball team moved over there to
Yes.
Charlottesville.
And
That's right.
when we're talking about the park, those trees that were, anything happening with the ones that have been pruned, like, apparently they died. Those huge trees we
Yeah.
have in the park there.
Oh, okay, there's some dead trees standing?
Well, apparently they were, I mean, I don't keep, over the years,
Okay,
all I knew is that, yeah, that just something to add to, because like,
Okay.
there's some that look like they took the branches off and the trunks there,
Just-
basically.
I know where you mean, it's over by the
And
stage.
there's a few of them,
Yeah.
okay, and at one time, I'm imagining those were big and beautiful, it's
Yeah.
the other ones that are still alive, but, so what's happening with that, we're just gonna,
so someone needs to instruct them if they can change
So
something.
like you
come
said,
down.
it's this.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the Mountain Road grant, we're just waiting.
Yeah, where are we waiting on there?
It looked like, the last thing I saw was, I'm assuming, Brian Boyer is trying to get records from, what was this design?
Mhm.
Which I'm like, I thought that was kind of, not even possible to get those records. And I guess they're pursuing it. I saw that in one of my notes, just like
there
in the
was a
last.
plan, there's a plan for the action, right? Like what's supposed to take place there. He was describing to me what they're gonna use and why. I mean, it was real brief.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the end plan, I'm pretty sure they determined what they wanted to do engineering wise, right?
Yeah,
That's
Ben and I and Brian met up there one day,
Mhm.
and he wants to get its concrete blocks, okay?
that-
As are connected by a cable, laying that ditch that runs along there.
Right.
And then basically put new head walls up and pipe it. And part of the problem is on the lower side, the property owner on the south side of Mount Road there has backed up that water, okay, on the bottom side of the pipe. And then put a little metal pipe to move up his pond, okay, so he backed it up so he could collect water in his pond. And
Oh, so the ditch is on the north side.
the ditch is on the north side, and it goes underneath the road.
Okay.
And this is the pipe under the road here, this little ditch here, this water turns, comes down here.
Yep.
The property owner has a pond down here, okay?
Okay.
He ran a couple of steel pipes up to right here, below head wall, this is the road. And he filled in concrete slabs and junk here and ponded this up to the point where this pipe, if it's clean or not, there's only this much head space above the pipe, because it's full of water, because he dammed it up here, okay? So he could collect water into his pond, right?
Mhm.
Now we're getting into a fight about right away here, okay? But the water doesn't run free because he got dammed up.
To make the problem worse.
Yes.
Because already that ditch is too close to the road.
Well, that's up on this side. That's
Right,
up here.
right,
Okay.
but the reason,
But
the
that's
reason for the
exactly-
work over here is so that this
Because
doesn't
this-
collapse.
Well, the problem is the right of way is not wide enough here, and the road's paved up close, and the water comes down there, and there's trees that grown out with lack of maintenance, cutting those trees off, which undermined the road a little bit.
Right. We weren't worried about the road, the integrity
This
of
needs
the
to be
road.
cleaned out, number one.
Yep.
Okay? Blocks and cable are gonna stabilize that ditch. But now they got the grant to put these head walls in and pipe underneath. But once we put that in there, we gotta bust up this thing so the pipe runs clean. You follow me?
Right.
Because what's happening here is, this is dammed up, the dirt, the silt's washing down here, is filling that pipe up, okay? You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is dammed up, so that pipe is probably half full of dirt and silt, rock, that washed out. It can't wash through.
That's kind of more of a
Right.
problem right there.
Yes, so this is gonna be an issue down here to clean up this mess, which then this guy won't have a pipe to fill his pond, right?
So, but are we touching that, is part of this touching that, the pipe underneath the
Yes,
road?
yes, two.
Okay, so,
This is a new
we're,
pipe, two.
we're not doing, is someone else doing
Yeah,
it?
they get, Barnett gave us a grant for, she had a quote on for, several $100,000, and I think you only get $150 out of it.
150, and it's a shared pay.
Is it?
85% of the project and Township 15%.
Is that what it is?
That's what I found, yeah,
Okay, but was something that
which is more money.
Boyer had said, me and me believe that we were part of the, like Ben was gonna be part of the workforce in that.
That's 15%.
Is that part of the 15%? If that's the case,
Yeah.
does Ben know that?
I don't know. I forgot about the 15%. This has been going on for.
Yeah, exactly. I have to keep
For a
looking it
while,
up because I
yeah.
keep forgetting. And that one we have through June 30th of 29 to complete all the submissions for payment. But still, everything takes long, so. And I have a note here that I wrote to myself back on the June 16th meeting that we are trying to get the Mountain Road documents from the prior engineer. So that was the June meeting that Brian must have said that.
That's.
And just maybe a little bit of where we're hanging.
Maybe Chris needs to write a letter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the date on the Mountain Road?
Mountain Road is 6/30/29. Yeah, because we didn't really talk about that in front of Brian Boyer, so I'm not sure where he stands. Maybe he did get what he needed, and we wouldn't have to contact Chris, but I don't know that. I think the next thing on the list I don't want to do right away. Can bump that for later.
Yeah.
Or you could tackle it now if you want that.
Well, I mean, she's working on getting all this stuff pulled apart, the budget
I
part.
thought some of the stuff didn't really.
What was that? It just got.
We're gonna do it now.
I'm not gonna do, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, I'm just saying, big picture wise, she's working.
It's like
Oh,
this
you
is-
have something
okay,
there.
this is the one that he posted online. I think
Okay.
as I guess it was preliminarily, I don't know if it's preliminary or not. And then you match it to the one that we got, which I don't know where to put it. There's some things that don't really kind of make sense to me. Well, first of all, okay, the expenses, it's expenses. Damages, the expenses for, well, here's one thing that's kind of, am I right here? She put, as far as expenses, original fire company. Okay, you do fire company, this is the upper one. 20, no, these are flipped, right? So when you're looking at here where we are percentage-wise, because virtually we're getting
Yeah, those
total
are-
24
Yeah, those
is
are back-
budgeted.
Yeah, that's backwards,
So
yes.
when it comes out to here, these are not accurate anymore, you know what I mean, as far as
Right,
where
yeah,
we're.
yeah, yeah.
And in my mind, it didn't matter.
And she needs, if you want to make a note on this, that number, that's a 2-year contribution to Bristol Holding, okay? So she's putting it in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, because
I
it's
don't know.
25 per year
No,
for ish. Ish. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's actually not, that's not the liability today. It's less than that, is what I'm telling you.
Even a 1 year,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, if you want to take 2 years right here, that's a 2-year number. What I'm saying to you is even the 2-year number, that's too high.
Okay.
I don't have that
Because the
memorized, I
way-
have it, but
The way it got allocated was lower to higher, is that how you did it?
on average about 25.
Right, okay.
On average.
You see, I don't know, I know you looked at this. So this is the fire company contributions, and this is the budgeted amount.
Right.
These two are flipped, do you see that? Because Union Fire Company is on the top, and Virginville's on the bottom, on her
Okay.
description here. And that's not really, these are the other way, like where Hamburg Union gets 56, and Virginville gets a 24.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jerry said this is technically not correct. It's 25-ish. He said it's allocated as over 5 years, but it's rising
As it goes.
in
I think
amount.
in the 5th year it might be 26 or 27,000.
In the beginning, we're more like 22 or?
Yes,
Okay.
23.
So
yeah.
this is not accurate for an annual portion.
Right, that's
to the
not,
budget.
number's not correct.
It's maybe more like 22 or 20 maybe. But a lot of the stuff doesn't look, it just doesn't tie up right to me.
Well, so she has to break this out, and what I'm going to get to on this whole thing and suggest to her is, once this is all squared up, in the beginning of next year, this is the budget. January, we're got this much spent. This is over here, shows what's left. And anybody sitting there at the table gets given a proposal, hey, I want this.
It's
Well,
not.
it doesn't add up over here. Right there on the spot, we have the information.
You say no, it's,
Budget, January, February, March. You know, this is what's left over here, subtracting this number, minus, 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 gives us balance over here.
there's not
And
more.
there's, and it's, you know, there's 7 more months to go, and there's not enough to make it.
Right, you can't hand
So
out
we're
more.
shutting, that's right, okay?
So when the hands come.
That's
you
why,
can say,
that's the way the budget's supposed to operate, so you can look at it, because everything is just in the mindset of, well, we have it, okay?
Yeah, right, that's what this seems to be.
Right, so
This
we're,
is like we have it.
if we go through this exercise, we need that monthly thing, so over here we can say yes or no.
Right.
So when they come in on radios,
Right.
it's not there,
Right,
okay?
right,
It's not there.
yeah. It was right here in this column, which we already gave to you.
And the mentality is, well, this is what we have in the account, this is what we have, all right?
Like
Okay,
it's a slush fund.
yes.
I
It's
think you
not.
pointed this out, this doesn't make sense either.
Volunteer.
Yes, I think you said that. 98,000 in the budget from, and that's a turnover amount, like we get that and we have to distribute it in 60 days or we get penalized.
Mhm.
Like the number doesn't even, it was $18,000 in 2025. Like,
Yeah,
I
so-
don't know where,
Where did that come from?
I don't know where this stuff comes from.
It was a mess. Has to be cleaned up.
So how do we do that?
Okay, Jane's working on it.
Do we need to take turns filling,
I've
sitting down with her?
Maybe, but right now, all I know is she's going through it and she's starting to realize what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right, because when was that, like, whatever, a police officer, like, why did that come up? Anyhow, part of it was,
You came in before the meeting, you came in early, I believe, because you guys were talking
yeah,
when I walked in.
and she was showing me stuff, and I was like, well, that doesn't add up
Yes, I remember
at all,
that.
right? Because of numbers that they given,
Mhm.
yeah. Right, it was before the meeting.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So what I'm suggesting here is we go through this line by line, but I think she ought to spend
Okay.
time getting it worked out and getting things cleaned up, because her latest complaint to me was everything's lumped together.
So she just needs to pull it out. pull it
Yes.
apart.
It's what?
Lumped together.
Oh, right.
There's all
Right,
this stuff
yep.
lumped together.
Well, what's, like, the Peace House convention expenses, well, there weren't any this year, so actually, what is the $909? Was that, do you remember how much we paid for the membership? Was that 600?
No, it was close to,
That could be it.
probably, that could be that number.
Are you showing that as an expense, but is this is proposed expenses?
No, this was
Or
that
we
she
actually
spent.
paid?
Yep,
Actual.
she paid $909.
What month was that paid?
Well, in my memory.
No, was that?
This
was that
is
called?
January 1st, the whole first year part,
Yeah.
up until date.
Yeah, so that was that yearly
Yeah,
membership fee
yeah.
for us to belong to.
That much,
Yeah,
That's what I was saying. too.
yes, yes, there's all those
to
categories.
do nothing. Well,
She
We're
references,
from the big organization over in Harrisburg.
and she's able to
Yeah.
reference things, you know, I know she said, I've called BSATs and they advised this or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, so that's included in that too,
But
yes.
it's not free.
No,
Okay, dues and expenses, $270, that could be that one of those little random things that,
Mhm.
okay. Honor roll, budget $1,100, what's that mean? That's on here too.
well, we were paying electric bill, and now there's solar lights over there, so that should go down.
So that's money
That's-
allocated toward that.
Could
Okay,
be.
gotcha.
Is that an expense or?
Yes, yep.
And I know she's doing grass cutting, I don't know, and he put a flag up in the road and spent lots of money on that, and
Okay, so technically, when she's running, since, like you said, this is not really quite where it needs to be yet. And, but I was, you know, if we wanted to look at where we are with the budget, we're at 55% of the year as of this, so like any percentage over that.
oh, does this come in? Like what I was talking about?
Which part?
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, this is the same concept here, okay? This is year to date,
Mhm.
and this is the percent, because it was not the
They were not in
budget.
budget, right.
Okay,
So anything that is actually
okay,
legit.
yeah, so this is what I was referring
Yeah.
to, yes, exactly.
Like, yeah,
But she
so-
still has to break this up and clean this up, that's the point.
Yes, and make, you know, it has to be accurate too.
so that's what we paid.
Nothing
This
got
is
budgeted.
budget, so it
whatever
wasn't
she-
budgeted.
Right.
But it was probably a lump sum budget,
But
which she
see,
didn't.
but what I'm saying to you, George, is before you just pick on this one, you might,
Yep.
it might even have been somewhere else in the past, he had it all lumped
Right,
together,
right.
that's what I'm saying.
Like this is very, very broad. So it was probably in here somewhere that you can't find.
Right.
So
It's like
technically it is
it's
budgeted somewhere.
Like the contribution to the library, it's not in here. And that should be in here, broken out, it's not.
Well, it is. Nothing's contributed so far. $2,400 is
Oh,
budgeted
yep.
in.
Oh, okay, I'm reading it wrong then, so
Yeah.
we're good here then.
Yeah, we haven't paid any,
Gotcha,
even though we
okay.
budgeted
I
money
mean,
for it.
this assumed here, this should say paid.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, as far as expense.
Right.
I know I had to like wrap my head around some of this too to make it make sense.
Yeah, so like here, tires and gas. There's nothing budgeted for that.
What is it?
This says categories, vehicle, tires, gas, and diesel.
See, that's maybe like what you just said, maybe it's in a different
Yeah.
category. So when we're looking at it,
Yeah.
one or the other is over budget and the other one's under budget, and since they didn't get pulled apart. And is this being run on, like on QuickBooks?
That is QuickBooks
Okay.
report here, yes.
Okay.
That's something.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of work in progress until we.
Yeah, that's
Pull
what
it
that
around.
is.
Okay.
But that's exactly what I was referring to. I didn't realize you had.
That you did pull it apart?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So once it's all
That's-
accurate, it should be
yeah,
real
that's
effective.
still in progress there.
Okay.
What else on that, George? Oh, this
Oh,
is
did
my,
you send it?
yeah, you gave us, this is my packet here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um, and there, she put that in there as far as the discussion maybe you want to have.
Okay, that goes into the next thing.
Okay.
So,
Well, yep.
so here, the situation is, from my perspective here, one of our duties is to maintain the roads and safety of the public.
Mhm.
But these other organizations need to do their part. They don't want to come forward with information, the amount of calls and what the percentage of expenses are being shared. Once we get the numbers put together, I don't think there's any money to go buy these radios. And we are buying more radios than we even have people.
What was
Because
the
that,
number of people was how many?
they wanted 45.
The number of people,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
know,
was like
just-
30.
Yeah, well, he was counting, struggling to get to 30.
Yeah.
And,
Well, before we can even, let's go on the assumption that they do need,
yeah.
that there's a national true need, that equipment's expiring, broken, whatever. And we have to support
Well,
it.
here, okay, go ahead.
So, well, we have to determine, it's hard to even, until we get that,
Mhm.
that
Budget.
figured out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're not going to know what we can do. Just like you were saying earlier about what's left, like what's budget and what's left, so that, yeah, until we can't make a decision on that until we know, I think.
So the ambulance service, what's going on, okay? They want to have a closed meeting to discuss this. We're not having a closed meeting, okay?
Okay.
My point to them is, if you did 500 calls last year, and you billed 500 times, but you only got paid for 100, let's go collect your money first, okay?
Right.
Okay. We're already contributing to the fire company. I think a higher percentage of what the other municipalities are based on the last report that showed the numbers, based on the number of calls. You know, Sharon, they need to knock on those doors. And when we can't come to an agreement, then let's all have a multi-municipality conversation. And if they don't want to come to that, then I'm just going to sit there and cross my arms across my chest, okay? I'm trying, okay? But if you don't want to try either, then that's where this is going to go. So that's my position here, and this is all going to become very apparent once she starts pulling on all these liabilities that we have, that we talk about in the general account that don't belong to us in short order.
Right.
And, you know, the other one here is Kirshner Creek, what's it called, Kirshner Development, the development.
Kernsville Dam or Kershaw Creek? Oh,
Kershaw Creek.
Helene Court there,
Yeah, there
yes.
you go, that's it. There's another example where we're out money. We can't get the information, and there, we have escrow money in there that is expected back. But we already paid the solicitor and engineering fees that they don't want to pay, so it's going to come out of that. So ultimately, there's been no refund on those dollars. But we just got to watch that, because they're making need that money back here, and now there's more dead trees. Okay, they want to keep this thing going. Okay.
Just King and the
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the tree thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying these are the holes in the bucket.
Mhm.
Yep. But there is money there to cover our expenses on this.
It's in the general account, and, you know.
The escrow. I mean, what was
It's
that?
in the general account. You follow me? Okay,
I
that's
do.
the other.
Because that's where it had been.
Yeah. No. So yes, so we're okay, but we got to be careful on this, is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So my point is, we're back to the emergency services. They're going to have to come to us and, you know, put their case together, and they might have to do more work on their own instead of walking around the bucket handed out, asking for a government bailout money. Okay?
Yeah.
They can work, and they can do the job, and they can get money,
Right. I mean, there's.
raise money.
Right. You're talking about like when they bill like insurances.
Yes.
And all that, right? I mean,
Yes.
probably primarily that. right?
Yes, yes. If they're not collecting it, then they need to do their work.
Right. Right. Just because someone else doesn't pay, why do we? Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So like
It's
we're on
not-
first aid.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at on that topic. So we'll wait to see what happens, but until any information comes forward, you know, and the clock's running out, and they're putting it on us, but it's on them.
Yeah, they have to show proof that, well, even if they do, I mean, let's see something, yeah.
So what's the number we're giving them? We're giving them $56,000 now, okay? And I didn't bring the paperwork, but percentage of calls versus what the neighboring municipalities are giving doesn't match.
Right. How many, I know that we've seen them, this is not, like, we can't belabor, I don't want to drag this on, but like, do we know like what they've done so, like last year, like for a full year, and like how much this year, like, how many calls in Windsor Township?
There's
Yeah,
years of date
there's-
stuff in here. It doesn't come out, right?
Yeah, and she's.
But that's fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not, yeah.
We're talking about the EMS right now, but even, I mean, the same thing applies.
Right.
I feel like I did have an email. No, I don't think we have any EMS
Yeah,
breakdown, do we?
No.
Well, we got even, right, before you even have a discussion, like, you can't just come in here and say, we need more because we tried out.
Okay. So let's talk about the salt shed here. Then going up to the idea, I didn't do the math, but essentially the number he was quoting here was way higher than what the actual new contract price, or excuse me, we paid more last year. There's an increase, but it's not as substantial as was presented at the meeting. It's less.
He was talking
than-
about $80-some.
Yeah, but it's not, he was wrong on that number.
Okay.
My point is, it's going up, but it's not up that much, based on interest and whatever, it's probably would pay us to fill it up. And now versus paying a higher rate.
Okay.
That's my suggestion.
Even though the gap was smaller than what was first indicated, it would still, even considering the interest, it would still make more sense to fill it now, even with the gap.
And how much, and what's the dollar number? Do we have a dollar number?
I think,
You mean the price per ton?
Well, no, total.
well, I have this, what did he come, I was thinking about, it was brought up, the anti-skid bin, if I order 100 tons of anti-skid and 100 tons of salt, he's gonna fill the anti-skid bin. He comes down, but I don't know what that covers.
Four
Does
loads.
it- What is it that, I didn't, what does the 3,000 cover?
I think that's for the snow.
4 loads of anti-skid delivered in them. So,
Just type it 65 times 22, and how many is salt is that?
Brambles 250 ton, 100 ton.
Oh, my calculator, so
They're all by
66?
No, let's say 60, just say $270 times 22. Okay.
22. How many tons? Well, he says 100.
So 2, 4, 6.
100 tons?
Yeah, so I think we, based on the extra, whatever.
That's more, how much per ton?
If I order 100 tons, so he's talking 100 tons of each. That's what he's saying, 100 and 100. So it's $70 for 7,000, and so we're talking $14,000 to $20,000, I would guess.
20,000 to fill the,
14 to 20, I'm saying.
okay, let's take the higher number.
Yeah,
So-
that's my guess is here. So
And then we pay for that now, we pay for
Yes.
that now.
Right.
And we have that money now, but does that put some?
No, it's
Yes,
gonna,
Mark.
it's gonna clean that account out, I think. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell
but
you.
this is liquid fuels,
Yes, that will clean that account out.
except for the 20%.
No, what I'm saying,
We haven't paid off the truck yet, right?
no. When I spoke to James, who's one of the budget numbers, it sounded like to me, there's enough money in there to pay for the truck, the balance of the truck, the salt, and utilities, in almost all of the recent road jobs, okay? You might take a few dollars out of the general account to pay for it, but that would clean that account up and clean all forward.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that would be good, if we could actually do that this
Yes,
year.
yes, that's what I'm saying. And then we can clean that mess up. And draw a
We
line
have a
through it.
fresh start.
Yes.
Okay.
We can make that decision at the meeting, what we want to buy that solar or whatever at the next meeting here, but
Okay.
that's something to consider.
So would you assume, because we didn't come up with an actual price that they agreed on for the contract this year, or did you actually hear it? Because I have all the bids here, and I have an $82 from Eastern Salt. So we'd assume that that's the bid that they accepted, wouldn't you?
That's why, I mean, that was in the 2025.
No, for the Judy Hauk lady that does the salt contracts, when she forwarded all of the list of all the bid offers. So you think when they finally met on July 13th or whatever, that they chose the lowest bid? Otherwise,
Probably,
we
yeah.
don't. So it's 82
Okay, so it's 82.
versus
I-
That's what I thought.
68 presently.
Is that what it is?
Mhm.
Okay, so the spread wasn't, so, okay, so.
Wait, so that's the bid?
Well, I'm assuming, I didn't hear that we got, I didn't hear an actual bid figure, but this is what she had sent us. Okay, so here on the left is all the bid outfitters, and over here on the right is the bid offered.
Okay.
So I'm assuming
82 is the
they would have
lowest.
chose that one, but since we didn't actually hear,
So it's up $14.
so we didn't actually hear what they determined, which bid they picked. But that one would make sense, Eastern
For
Salt.
the county.
And obviously, 101 is government.
And they got these numbers because based on what each municipality
They must
has
have,
proposed, what we told them.
I kind of think
We're
that
gonna
these
buy.
are, they must have opened a bid to the salt suppliers, and these salt suppliers bid in by the deadline, and these are and that they were unsealed or whatever, and these are the bids
Yep.
when they opened them that existed. And I think on July 14th, they were going to meet to determine which contract they agreed upon.
Okay.
So I didn't hear anything since, so.
Well, if there's if the bid then does, and the county accepts it, then
Whatever.
then we're bound.
Yes, unless we go through another company
But
that we
we-
talked to anything.
But can we? I mean, then
I think we can choose not to go, and that was what was kind of,
these, I mean, yeah, I don't know if this is something that, if the county says, puts out bid and the county accepts it, we're bound by the county then, right?
We're bound to take so much of it, I believe.
whatever
Right.
agreement we
Right,
made.
we can't go outside that then, unless it's for additional.
Well, I don't know, but apparently we're obligated to take a certain amount. Ben talked about this last year, keep some options open, but it turns out that their options weren't any cheaper, I think.
Yeah, and we talked about it this past meeting,
Mhm.
it kind of balanced.
You're right.
I think that's what, one of the things that was, one of the meetings, I don't know if it was before or after last year or sometime this year, but how much do we want to commit to being part of the county so we can like,
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, I don't think the spread was wide Ben thought it was.
okay.
I think that's.
You mean price per,
Yes,
per time?
Yeah,
Gotcha, yep.
Yeah, so that's for there.
yeah. But essentially, financially, it makes sense to, on rate of return, to build up now versus waiting for the price increase.
Then we'll discuss that at meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
So next month,
we need to decide that.
okay.
All right, next item is the service walk.
Yeah, you know what I think.
Or is this about 61 again?
So what I heard was it was, we're gonna have a meeting.
She said she hadn't heard back yet about scheduling.
Okay.
I'm just curious what Perry Township is doing. Do they have any? They do. They have, I'm not sure how far out though the construction goes. If it goes into Perry Township, the highway construction. but I'm curious to know what the other township, what Perry would be doing about this. Maybe it doesn't go that far.
But here's my thing, as I recall. RBR's had, what he drafted was a document to sign to grant that to them. Where PennDOT, the township would sign on to have that service walks be put onto the township's liability. And in return, he had another document already created to amend the ordinance that those service walks are the responsibility of the property owners and not us.
Oh,
At the same time, that document exists.
yeah, I remember
It's already,
paying for that, yeah.
yeah, we are paid for that, so we don't need to recreate that if we get on this path, okay?
Okay.
That's covered. And that got tabled or
I
wasn't.
remember that.
Yeah. So, the whole concept is convoluted, and that no one can explain to us why.
Here we go again.
Well, here's the problem I have. This is the current highway, okay?
Yep.
I'm just gonna put a dotted line there for the
Yep.
sake of it, okay? Actually, there's 2 lanes here and 2 lanes there.
Mm-hmm.
Here sits a house, here sits a house.
Yeah.
There's a sidewalk, that's a service walk. There's a mailbox.
Goes to their house,
Yes.
all the way to the house.
Here's the problem.
How many are?
Just here, watch, follow my logic here.
Yep.
And let's say there's a driveway, okay,
Mm-hmm.
to the garage right here, okay? Here's the problem. Their right of way, and this is true, goes some cases like this, okay? It goes right up to the porch.
Mhm.
So, they have a tree here, they have a bird bath here, okay? Okay?
Okay, yep.
They got a planter here, okay? They want us to take control of this. They are going to, I believe, they're going to widen the road, let's say like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting hacked off, okay?
Yep.
This is getting hacked off. This is getting moved to here, the driveway. They're gonna move the mailbox to here. They're gonna leave the tree, they're gonna leave the bird bath. But if we don't sign this agreement, and this is a right-of-way line,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna take this out right here, and they're gonna take this out right here.
And what, create a shoulder?
No, just, the bird bath stays, tree stays.
Wow, that is
Oh,
not
just
what I
take
pictured.
them, just, they're gonna go in on
The
the.
tape, that's exactly what the
Not what I
fight's about
pictured.
here. That's the issue here is, okay? So they're gonna widen the road.
If we don't
If
take
we
this-
don't, that's right, they're gonna tear this side service walk out, they're gonna leave the
Because it's in
tree
their right of way.
and the bird bath there, okay? And move the mailbox right here. Even though their right of way's here. Now, this person here, they're gonna take the side service walk off here and leave this part of the service walk there.
Just take it out, even though the yard still exists here.
Yes, yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's the bottom line here,
Picture
okay?
at all.
That's the scenario.
There's more stupidity to, additional
Right.
stupidity. But the driveways, that's what,
That
just
stays,
stays.
well, because, they have access to their house,
Right.
garage or house.
have you ever noticed a lot of the mailboxes are on the driveways? When I
Well,
drove by? Like,
Right.
it
But
it
like
seems
I said, if
obsolete.
the mailbox is here now, they're gonna move it right here. So the post office, and then on both sides of the road, there's mailboxes
Mhm.
for those houses in that section. So that's what this fight's about right here.
So run back again, so the RBRs did what?
He created
To do,
paperwork
right,
there's paperwork from PennDOT that we were to assume the responsibility of the service walk. Please sign this. And in return, when we took responsibility of that, the way the ordinance reads, when it snows or anything else, we need to go out and shovel those sidewalks, service walks off, okay?
So in that case, they would have left them here?
No, if we sign their document, they're gonna leave the service walks. But we gotta take responsibility for them.
So,
In their right of way. So then he turned around and created a new, better document to amend the ordinance, whatever, stating it, anytime after, so many hours after a snow event, everybody has to shovel their
Right,
service
turn it
walks
back
off.
on them.
Put it back on them, not on us.
And does that only have to do with service walks? The driveways somehow don't?
I guess.
But because I'm just thinking like,
Maybe so.
it's like the end of my driveway is in the right of way.
Right.
So Ben and them, they'd have to come around and clear every driveway. Every time after they plow, they gotta go up. Right?
So PennDOT, for some reason, would find the manpower, because they're not grading all this. They would
Yeah,
find the
they're
manpower
gonna-
to dig
they're-
this,
do you
to dig
understand?
this out.
They're gonna cut this off to their right of way.
They would,
They're gonna leave everything else in the middle here.
but they would dig out their,
Right,
Cement.
let's say somebody has a garage right here. They're,
It stays.
they're leaving the garage because they're not
because
going
they don't
back to.
want that, they just want this.
That's all they're taking right now, that's all they need. Legally, they own up to this point.
So the manpower would be warranted to dig out these concrete
I guess,
pieces,
yes.
rather than come with a bulldozer and take
Well,
out.
like I said, they're just gonna take
Because
this.
they're not doing that.
They're taking this out, they're leaving the tree to burn that, okay? And their plant, whatever.
I've never seen PennDOT do handwork, so
Well, I'm
that's,
just-
that's gonna be tricky.
So that's why they want us to take responsibility for this in their right of way and turn around, put it back over to the ownership of the resident.
Mhm.
It's convoluted.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a lot of money just thrown away.
And
again.
there's a, George, seriously, they presented a map. In some cases, the right of way goes right up to the porch. And actually, I think in one of the houses, it's almost like this. The house is actually in their right of way for what they expanded over the years. It's in the right of way. The porch is in their right of way. But they're not taking that now, you know what I mean?
Was this eminent domain kind of?
I don't know when it took place. I don't know when that was, you know.
I mean, it's needed what we have now, but.
But that's the, so point is, we have to see what Hamlet wants to do, so we have a, because they have the same issue on their side. So that's where it's at.
Okay.
All right, next yes.
When's the deadline for that? Like, when we gotta get this squared away?
Being the fact that Hamburg didn't agree either, and it's waiting upon us getting together on it, I don't know.
So, at the next meeting, do we need to schedule a time,
It's
or make a motion to schedule a meeting with Hamburg?
It's supposed to be happening now, right? They're trying to,
I think Brian Boyer is trying to get that put together, is he not?
have not heard back from Hamburg about scheduling a meeting with them and PennDOT. So you have to, either Jane's working on it or Brian Boyer's working on it, I don't
Yes.
remember. But nothing's happened yet, but it's out of our hands for the moment.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so you have, somebody has on here PEC attendance.
Had you seen anything regarding this with Warren Moyer not attending at all, but wanting to remain as a member?
Has any contact with him?
Yes, she said he has not attended any meetings, nor has he answered any of my emails.
I saw,
I
yeah.
have his phone number here, so I'm going to forward that to her, see if she can get a hold of him directly.
Okay.
In other words, if he doesn't respond, we remove him?
Yeah, that's the weird part, if he doesn't respond. His wife, when I spoke to them when I was trying to get their contact information, which of course we didn't have either, back in January, February, I spoke to his wife, and she said, oh yeah, he still wants to remain on, but he's very busy with the farm. They have a lot of stuff going on. I know he's very busy with lots of organizations too, I saw. So he's made no attempt to attend again. Or has he ever, as far as I know, done the oath of office, or at least had not submitted a note?
Well, I guess it's up to him. I mean, if he doesn't
It
respond.
would be great if she could get a hold of him to confirm completely, rather than just take him off, in which case we still don't have anybody interested.
Okay, so, okay.
And we can still run the meetings, it's just that he's there, but he's not there. And then you saw the next one.
Mhm. So we just need to find somebody.
Yeah. Versus hiring a firm, right?
Right.
Can we call him? About that?
Carolyn.
Come in December, no, okay.
I wasn't sure if she was just calling herself finished at this point, but I guess for them, they don't really have a whole lot going on from now until January anyway.
So if we, how to come, if besides hiring,
Yeah.
contracting an accountant, how do we come up with a list of names? Potential.
Yeah,
Is that simply that's word of mouth and
I
knowing
would
people?
say, I would think that,
Like who?
maybe word of mouth. Yeah? I'd say. Maybe she maybe would know somebody, I don't know, I didn't talk to her at all.
Okay.
New employees, it looks like she has all the key paperwork for him. I kind of thought, does this stuff not have to come before the board when decisions are made like this? Like, who's final word on this? I mean, it would have been, I mean, as far as I could tell, there'd be no problems, but even, Mr. Cook, he's came up upon us in the midst of winter, and as far as I can tell, he's a good employee, but we never met him.
I guess we need to look into that. To answer your question,
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
As far as I know, those are the only two most recent ones, and I haven't heard any complaints employee-wise lately.
But I think the hiring supervisor has the authority to hire somebody, right?
But does the roadmaster hire them? Without any kind of confirmation?
Well, I guess what I'm saying to you is we have to check, we have to check this out, but my point is, he came to us and said, hey, I need to hire somebody, we posted a job.
And then that's
And so by that was the approval process. The actual individual is up to him, I think.
Okay.
I think, in that, from the process standpoint, we said we allowed him to hire somebody within the
Those
price
range.
pay range that we established beginning of the year. So he can't go and promise something different. If all I'm
right,
saying.
right.
So we said, yes, go ahead to post it, proceed, and then he found somebody. It's his choice to hire somebody, I think.
It should have been announced though, somewhere, right? New employee, or no, that's not.
I don't know.
Okay, that's good.
From a rules standpoint, I don't know.
Without
Okay.
asking questions, I would not even know. I mean, like, without asking
Right.
Jane or Ben, I would not
Right.
have any idea
That's a good
where we
point.
stand with employees. Like, are we gonna run into November, December, and like, oh my gosh, we have nobody to work the roads again?
That's
Can this guy
something
not touch his feet when he bends over? Can this guy not
Well,
stretch up high?
Maybe that should be, going forward, should be in that weekly report.
Maybe.
You see what I'm saying?
Because we don't know where we're gonna stand and running.
And so that should be, if we're getting a weekly report, that should be in that report that I'm hiring somebody.
Okay, yeah.
But we gave the permission to hire somebody,
Via the,
process up in
Right.
front.
gotcha.
It's his decision to interview and hire, okay? Now, the administration has to make sure all of the HR paperwork is filled out the correct way.
Right, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because essentially, we're empowering him to make that decision.
Yes. I got it, yeah.
George may not agree with it, but, he's give it to him, okay? So,
Well, just like when we talked to Ben, Randy has limitations. He's been working for the township forever. He seems reliable, what I can tell. But like, he has physical problems that are starting to impair what abilities he can
Mhm.
perform. We don't know this. You know what I mean?
right. Well, let's ask the question, but I think that's.
I mean, as far as I can tell, both of them are A-okay.
Yeah, no, I get that, what I'm
But-
saying is we're empowering the supervisor to, the town the employee's supervisor to make that decision, is what I'm assuming the correct answer to that is. We can confirm
Right,
that.
okay.
Right, he makes the decision.
His choice.
Right, his choice, but I mean, the normal background checks and stuff have,
Has to go through the office here.
Sure.
Yes.
right, he may like the person, but it doesn't.
Yeah, they have to do a should do a background check and.
Conditions.
Yes.
Right. And the job posting, said you can lift 30 pounds. It had all that on it, so
Yeah.
presumably they're all, fit enough to throw salt trucks, bag, salt, whatever.
Right. Well, we can check on that, okay?
Okay.
All right. And then,
You going on?
Yeah, right. I was just looking at the next one. I'm not sure I understand
Yeah.
what's being What's the issue?
So if the township wants to hire, like presumably we get a lot of the equipment rented from Kuzan's, right? But like if we want to rent it from a private owner,
Oh,
machinery owner, I don't know if we have the right agreements in place to make sure that our insurance, which we actually have coverage for rentals, to make sure our insurance will back us if
why
something
would you
should go
do,
wrong.
but why would we do that?
Habits and past experiences, okay?
I mean, the first,
So he went and rented that lift, okay, from a guy who's been getting it from occasionally.
okay, I
And
do.
my only point is, I don't know anything about the lift or the owner or anything, okay? Don't know anything. If something was to happen, we have nothing in writing for the rental agreement. If, something gets broke, the wheel for the whole machine now. We need a basic agreement to rent that piece of
Yeah,
equipment.
that sounds like, that's just like
Okay.
right for trouble.
That's right.
And on top of it, even if something did, what are the chances are that, put aside the legalities, right? You don't want Ben falling from 30 feet up in a lift,
From their lift, yeah.
That's why we need a basic contract in place drafted.
Yeah, I'm sure like Kuzan's, Mountain View would have all that, right?
That's
But
right.
right, they have insurance.
And our insurance covers.
And our, right, whatever insurance we cover, but there's things in place, but.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm not sure if his
We-
insurance covers renting it out.
that's right. We need a legal agreement put together.
Is this something like personal for Ben? To me, I would say you just don't do that, period.
What I understood, it was kind of reasonably priced, and I know Ben does look
Well,
price-wise.
I can't imagine, but Mountain View, I look at some of the, I've yet to be part of that.
Rental portion?
That portion of that, I've worked in the store area, but the numbers I see going out, like, well, that's not a pretty good deal. Like,
They have good prices.
well, I think it is, based
Yeah,
on.
it doesn't pay to own this equipment, you only use it once or twice a year, right?
Right, but their prices for renting are, I think, pretty darn good, so why, what do you say, okay, maybe it's a few
So
bucks.
here's my perception, okay? I don't know the owner, but the owner of this lift has a lift. If we go to his hands, and use an example, they charge for every, 12 hours or 6 hours or 24 hours, or whatever it is.
Yeah. 4 hours, 8 hours.
Whatever, okay? So if we
Yeah.
get the thing and it rains, and we want to leave early, we have an emergency somewhere, the lift doesn't get used. The benefit that I see in this situation, just take the lift and use it. And he had possession of this lift for 2 weeks, all right? And I think, what was the bill, $400?
Like 413 or something?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, so but he didn't use it for 10 days. He had availability to it.
It's a nice arrangement.
Yes, okay?
You're right.
And I'm not saying it's a bad deal. What I'm saying to you is something goes wrong,
Right.
we don't, or like you said, we can just say, no, we can't do this because we gotta go through a rental agreement. You know what I'm saying? We can pick or choose, so we have to
But
decide
we
at some point.
we would then have to employ Chris of
Yes,
D2 to
yes.
make up another,
That's right, that's right.
and fill in the blank kind of document for the
Yes.
whoever.
No,
Yes.
that's true, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's what we have to decide.
For one case, apparently.
That's all I know right now.
And that's
Yeah,
probably, how many
didn't know it
people
covered
have,
until it happened.
right, how many private owners are renting out equipment to? I never rented anything of mine. My log splitter stays in my my shed.
You won't rent it today?
Only if you sign off.
Time, at least time gets back. And a minute later, it goes to the cycle, right? I'm just saying to you, and listen, I'm not saying the guy that owns the thing's a bad guy. I'm just saying.
Right.
It puts us in a position, something goes wrong. So,
I guess we ask, maybe first thing, find out how much it costs us, Chris, to drop a document. Or does that, like, or is there way beyond that?
Well, the thing is just take a legal document, which he probably has a whole bank of
Oh, yeah.
of examples, but just take the rental agreement from one of these places now and say, "Hey, we need something creative because to protect us in this situation." Give it to the owner, and the owner has to, check off, and then signs it.
But we still pay the full price of including the creation of document.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, that's the thing is.
I know, the template's sitting there, just.
Right, you're right. Right, just mass production isn't in the legal world.
No, that's why it's on here, because I think we have to address this going forward, because if something goes wrong, we might be buying a lift. Or insurance involved because of something stupid.
Okay.
All right.
I think it's just on here just because.
So PennDOT's starting.
So here's my understanding. On July 1st, that property was transferred
To PennDOT.
to PennDOT from Health and Human Services, whatever the title of that other side was.
Right.
They do not need us to obtain permits to do anything, because they're doing it at the state level, I guess. There's some method there. The only thing they need from us is they need for us to come in here to rezone that property from its current use, which I believe is zoned as agricultural, to industrial. And of course, there's land on the south side, and there's land on the north side.
Yep.
So that's the only thing they need from us. One would think they would come in sooner than later for that, but
Does it have to go by the hearing board also?
yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. That's the only thing they need from us, and they're gonna proceed forward to get it rezoned. So I guess my understanding is they're gonna start disconnecting water, sewer, electric, all of those, and tear them down. Don't know the timeline, but that's my
Yeah,
understanding.
I just thought about it. I assume that's sewer's all on the Hamburg system, right?
Yes. And they're in negotiations.
But they have a water tower.
Yes. So they're in negotiation with Hamburg to, my understanding is to swap some land to get some water rights or something, okay? So there's some negotiations going on there now.
Is that property entirely?
No, some of it's in Hamburg,
Okay.
borough, So we need to wait to see what they come to us on that.
So zone, that's the biggest top is that
Zoning
we'd have to
change.
change zoning
That's right,
to accommodate them.
right.
Out of
And our
that.
hands are tied, so we're forced, kind of.
We're not really forced to anything.
I mean, we say no, then what, then what?
I would imagine you could say whatever, but I don't know how much weight it'll hold in the very end. But
Right. I just hope they come forward.
we just can't screw up like, Hamburg Commerce Park.
Right.
We can't let dumb stuff happen again. Even if they would somehow, if we were to make if we made a decision that was not pleasing to them, and they would choose to override us, we just have to make sure we have some kind of like bargaining things to throw out there.
Right, or at least be on record that we,
Yeah, like
that
we
we're
need
not in
some,
agreement.
we need something back, like when if we ever have to concede to their push, we need something.
And the next piece of land adjacent to that is doing that residential. I think it's a good design.
You mean to the east?
I
Yes.
feel like there's
It's-
fields, isn't there?
There's some, I believe it's zoned industrial.
Oh, it is, okay.
Behind the,
The house is right next to the Hamburg Center on 22.
and behind that is industrial. So we would,
Yes.
it'd be changed from agriculture to
Industrial on the
industrial,
other side,
and
yes.
making it one continuous.
Yes, yes.
And you're looking for the entire agricultural zoning to be changed, you're thinking, both the north and south.
Yeah, we haven't seen that.
There's a cemetery in there, what do we do with that?
Is that on Windsor or Hamburg?
It's in Hamburg Center facility.
Yeah, no, but what side?
I don't know.
Okay. I didn't even
Hamburg's
back
is
that
very
up.
small, but I'm not right, Hamburg's.
I think so, but I don't know where that cemetery's at,
Agreed.
I heard about.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm just,
There's,
yeah, I know about the cemetery, but what's,
the cemetery, is it in Windsor or Hamburg?
my understanding is it's Windsor.
Is it?
But I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know that for sure. That's what I heard, but no, no one's, I haven't checked. I'm
I don't
not
think they're
sure.
gonna disturb the area regardless of where it's at, from my understanding. That's one.
Well, that would probably be best left
I
alone.
agree.
So anyways, so next on the list is you have,
Yeah, the thing.
right, well, they have to come to and present their case.
And so we get no
What's
tax
this
money
one?
again?
I'm not sure if all of this one.
So the property that,
Hamburg Center,
So the next one,
or I'm sorry, Windsor Castle Road.
the waiver that they're looking for.
Which line, Brian?
I'm not exactly sure what the waiver's for. I don't know if I read it or if it's not there. Do you recall something? I know they're asking for a waiver, but I don't remember what.
The waivers for what?
That's what I'm
here,
wondering.
George, here's, this is Hamburg School, right here. That's high school.
The high school,
High school,
middle school.
yes. The road comes down here like this.
Yep.
There's this,
That's Windsor
yes,
Road.
there's some old farmhouse here,
Yep.
barn,
Mm-hmm.
and there's houses here, I don't have this right, but this is all developed back in here, the houses, okay?
This side court, yeah.
Yeah, so, don't know if that line's where this line, I guess that goes somewhere like that, that's the property line currently, okay? And this farm that was just recently sold heads to the east here. And, I think there's a house blocked out of there too, or two houses along there.
They subdivided it off, yeah.
Yeah, so there was an auction that sold this parcel, and then this parcel across the road here, okay?
That's part of this.
This, well, there was two, I think there
It
was,
was separate.
it was separate. This was sold, and this was sold.
All at one sale, it was
Public
same owner.
auction.
But they're two parcels.
I think they're two parcels, yes.
I think they were sold as separate.
Okay.
Yep, because one had buildings and one did not, which was,
I have the same buyer by both, I don't know what
I think
matters.
so.
Okay, so what they want to do here, George, if you look here, here's what the problem is. I'm drawing a rough line. This is Hamburg side, this is Windsor side, okay?
Yep.
They are proposing to build. This is a cul-de-sac right here, okay? You know, houses on both sides here, okay? Back in here in this field is what they're proposing. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
One, yeah, it's not fair. One house is right here, and there's a house right here. This again is the municipal line. So they are coming in here, like I said, this is a road going to center, this is a cul-de-sac. There's partial house here and one full house.
Currently, this is.
No, this is all
This
new
is-
proposed.
Okay.
plan for
Uh,
development.
This is planned. That line runs through here, house here, part of the house here. They drew a circle here that says stormwater control, okay?
In Windsor.
In Windsor Township, yeah, see the line?
Mm-hmm.
And they want 100% waiver from us that they don't have to do any land development or anything because the majority that's in the borough of Hamburg. There's a partial house and a full house and all the water control features are going to be down here.
Are there, from my recall, are there two houses being planned here with bigger lots? These lots are really small.
Well,
Do you
there's,
remember?
there shows,
There's two-
actually, I think,
There's two being.
actually, I think they're right here though. They're on the Hamburg
Are they?
side. Yeah, they're not, yeah, they're
That
not,
would fit.
yeah, they're on the Hamburg side. They're not on the Windsor side there.
Mhm.
Only these, one full house and a partial
Mhm.
property
Mhm.
in this back corner here.
Mhm.
But they want an exemption from anything from us.
So no land development submitted.
They want nothing. They want to just look the other way, okay?
And Hamburg, well, Hamburg could do what they want,
They,
but
well, they have to do what they want there, but they want, that's what they want over here from us. They want to be able to be exempt.
But drain block, that is always a big issue.
But here's what I'm saying.
Everywhere, right?
All these houses here,
Mhm.
they're putting a water feature, water control
On
feature.
our side,
Yes,
yes. So why would they not?
just tell you what's wrong.
So how can they bend their arm to make us do that?
They can't.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just telling you, it's on the list
Okay,
here, so
all
that's
right.
what it's about.
I've got a better
Okay.
understanding.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's coming forward, is what I'm saying.
Okay, are we on the next one then?
Yes.
Okay. I think Jane misunderstood my bullet point here. My question was not really about anything specific. I just wanted to know specifically on this, I saw like on the sewer enforcement officer. It's when somebody complains that there is sewage leaking from the neighbor's property, of course you're gonna call the township, they're gonna get this enforcement officer involved, and then they're going to go out once, and they're gonna go out again, then they're going to send a certified letter, and they're gonna follow up. How do we recoup that cost?
Are you talking about over 143?
Yes,
That
yeah,
number?
well, that one was the
Well, it could be
one,
anything.
that's the one that
Let's
triggered,
just talk the
that's the one that
concept.
triggered
Okay.
my mind. Like, how does that, yeah, and again, with code, so
So-
if somebody
so-
complains about their neighbor's tree on their property, like you can't bill, how do you make good for that?
I was told that we cannot collect on enforcement. But, okay, here's the but,
Yeah,
and this is where the accounting comes in at. I was told, and I don't know how this is a problem, this is why this all needs to be cleaned up over here. I was told when that person comes in this case, that house, and wants to get a permit to do something in the future, we can then turn around and address those costs in that permit. I don't know all about the details of that. So that's record keeping by property.
okay, gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Record keeping by property. And that goes the same with over here on over here at Monument and on 22. That since, you know, we're pursuing that, and when they come back and they want to do something, okay, we can add to it. And I
Okay,
was told the same thing about the gas station on 61 there, okay?
okay.
So
when we have complaints or violations that we witness,
yes,
Okay.
we can't, but if this case is sewage thing on 143, if that person comes in and cleans it up here and does become compliant, just on that issue, my understanding is we can't collect any on there. But the takeaway point here is we need to follow up on this and develop a system, you know, have a folder, essentially a file for every property.
isn't that the ultimate for that file room over there? I think,
Yes, that's what needs to happen.
yeah. So every street address would have a separate
So,
file. And
right.
when you don't track owners, you track properties.
Right.
I like that, that's good.
And, you know, in other parts of the world, or in the US, I should say, you hear about this, the house is up for sale. And there's all this improvements on there, and unpermitted add-ons or additions or whatever, you know, all that kind of stuff. So when that property is up for sale, the realtors should go to the municipality and get that information. And the owner buying that property is buying a clear property they can't come back on, and they get it signed off. We have no records. If here's the property was built, okay, here's the permit for the house, and then I did all these add-ons over the years that were unpermitted, okay? Then to go sell that property to protect the future homeowner, buyer, those unpermitted, unsafe, not built to code additions I'm just making up here, okay? That needs to be on that record for that property, okay? So my point is, if you have a house that's 2,000 square feet, and it's on record to be, in this case, Windsor, and there's a permit for it, and then that house is up for sale, and the person buying it, you know, wants to be protected, it's safe, and meets all the codes and whatever, and that owner went and did all these add-ons, there should be a permit for addition in the room over here, okay? And none of these records exist.
So even if they would exist, they'd be on this pile or that pile, or sorted by name.
By property address.
but the idea is to get it.
Out by name, because.
But that's how, presently, that's how it probably sits in there. There's a
Yes.
pile of
Yes,
of
but
Mr.
but-
Smith.
But people change names and how you connect the dots, so it has to be by
So you can't-
address. Has to be by address.
So that's the ultimate reason
Oh,
for that.
Yes. Yes, every property should have its order by address. So going forward, okay?
Mhm.
And that's why I'm telling all this is then you can track these things, okay, for these issues, George, okay? So what I'm getting back to my point here is,
Mhm.
so down the road, you can go back and get this back, is my
Okay.
understanding.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not done currently.
No.
I do have a permit for my,
I was just-
for my shed.
I'm just use that, like myself as an example. Yes. I helped you, George, by the shed.
Of course, I don't know if it's in here though.
It's probably
That's
not.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
know.
had
That's
to,
my point,
because
okay.
no one was here. I drove over to Fleetwood or wherever that was to pick it up. I'll just go over there and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably not on record here. You know, I had one, so.
You see what I'm saying about the dots here? again?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
So my point is, we have to call on this, but there's a method to go back down the road if there's a trail we can put back together.
Yeah. Well, what's the, what's the,
Code.
code, oh, code info, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry. Indents.
No.
Okay.
And the last time we
It's
done,
275th
oh,
technically.
okay, so that's non-issue.
Yeah, and you remember Ben had brought that up about doing something.
275.
Yeah, it's next year. And I did look into it. I think we need to get some things in order first.
Is 275? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Not 250?
Yeah, no.
So we have that here.
So it's the same anniversary date as Berks County. So there is a way of going in through Berks County, through the commissioners, to try to get money to help do a celebration. Ben had proposed this maybe a year ago.
Mhm.
So it's something to talk about, something to consider, but I think as
So
far
what
as,
are you envisioning here?
I'm not envisioning anything.
Oh.
It's just something,
I mean, do you want Ben cooking hot dogs or at the park? I mean, that was just, I don't know.
I know he had brought it up at one of the meetings. And I'm fine with it happening or not happening. I said to,
This is next summer.
yeah, I said, do you remember anything happening from the 250th? I mean, I was here. I don't remember anything. Like, we didn't do anything, as far as I know. So again, it doesn't have to happen. Or, it can be very, very, nonchalant, nothing.
Mhm.
Well,
There is money.
let's see what the budget looks like
Yeah.
in the new year.
We'll sell tickets.
But I do like the idea you cooking hot dogs.
Oh, he's cooking. I just want to see him in the hot dog hat.
I'll hand them out to each person appropriately, as I see fit, okay? This one's yours, this one's yours, okay? That's how that works, George.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We have a agenda.
Yeah, so I guess we need to make a motion, is that what we're doing here, like a motion to adjourn the meeting, or just adjourn the meeting? What's that?
Public comments.
Any public comment?
Okay.
Yep, adjournment.
All right.
I'll make a motion.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
I'm gonna put time down.